So here we go.
Long. Long.
I think the thing to look for here is how well Lendl returns Edberg's serve. Stands a fair way back and Edberg gets a lot of bounce on it. And with Lendl a long way back, it allows him to get quickly into the net for the volley.
40 long.
And if he's able to do that successfully, there's Tony Pickard, who's the coach of Stefan Edberg. If Edberg's able to execute that tactic successfully, then he's got a good chance of winning the match.
Correction, serve was good. First serve.
We may see Lendl try to step in a metre or so and try and get the ball before it bounces too high.
Game Edberg. Edberg leads 1-0 first set.
Oh.
Well, that's been a very favourite ploy of Ivan Lendl in this trip to Australia, the drop volley. There's Tony Roach, who's been working now with Lendl all this year, and I believe is going to continue their association next year.
It's been pretty successful.
15 all.
Well, again, going for the touch shot, but you've got to be careful about overdoing it because it's a low percentage shot.
Out.
30-15.
No luck there for Edberg. I think he had the point if that ball didn't clip the tape and fall wide.
Enormous amount of topspin there from Edberg.
And a little bit of the frame as well. Slightly off centre hit, and you notice he put his hand up, apologising for the, you heard it there. That miss hit giving tremendous amount of spin.
Out. 40-30. Game Lendl, 1 all.
So Lendl holding his opening serve, although a little bit more difficulty involved.
2-1, the head-to-head record in favour of Ivan Lendl. They've played twice this year. Edberg winning once, Lendl winning the other.
Long.
They met in the WCT finals in Dallas, a match that went 5 sets in Lendl's favour.
Gee, that's a sharp volley.
30 long.
Not a bad return this, down the line. Look at the firm wrist and the angle on that shot.
love.
Not yet to concede a point on serve.
The inaugural Lipton Players Championships at Delray Beach in the United States, Edberg beat Lendl in straight sets, 6-4, 7-6. So their matches are close.
Game Edberg.
And he still hasn't conceded a point to lead 2-1. Game's going with service in the early stages of this semi-final. Edberg appealing with regard to that very fine. It's almost so fine, this drizzle, you can't see it. Yes, they're coming off. They're coming off.
Well, it looks so threatening. I think Peter Bellinger probably decided to get the covers on before a possible downpour hits and wets the court.
It looks bad enough out towards the south and the southwest, but behind our commentary position here at Kooyong to the north and northwest, it looks absolutely demonic.
15 love.
I take it, Alan, that you apply the same yardstick to this match that you applied to the women's singles final, do you, between Chris Evert-Lloyd and Martina Navratilova regarding grass court play versus ground strokes, serve and volley versus ground strokes?
Well, I thought that's what would see Martina through the match, and I don't know if Edberg's quite got the experience yet, though. He's got the grass court game, but he doesn't have the experience yet to go with it, perhaps in a big match like this.
All.
This is the first time that he's been in the semi-final of a Grand Slam event.
Can't complain about him getting the racket back early there.
No, actually, his racket preparation on all his shots is very early. And I still feel that Lendl's net game is a little suspect. Hasn't really been put to the test yet in the tournament so far.
Sure, wasn't anything wrong with the volley either from Lendl, but Edberg was more than equal to it.
30 all.
Let's watch it again, and this is what I mean about Lendl's net game. He should have really, I think, expected that ball to be hit down the line from there, and he was easily passed. I think a more natural volleyer would have anticipated that.
That's a great shot from Edberg.
30-40.
Yes, so Edberg timing the ball very well early in this set today. Gives him a break point.
Deuce. Advantage Lendl. Game Lendl. 2 games all.
Well, good serving there by Ivan Lendl to fight off that break point.
Love 15. 15 all.
Out.
30-15.
Ball.
40-15.
He certainly went for it.
Tremendous power in that backhand from Lendl. That's the power in the ground strokes that his opponents fear when they play Lendl. As he gets in the groove and confident in that department of his game, he's just about unstoppable.
Deuce. Ladies and gentlemen in the boxes, quiet please. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen in the boxes, quiet please. Advantage Edberg. Deuce.
Well, excellent return there from Lendl. Looks like he's going to step forward and take the ball early on that bouncing serve of Edberg's, trying to step in and get it before it bounces too high.
Advantage Edberg. Game Edberg. Edberg leads 3-2, first set. Love 15.
So Lendl anticipating that down the line backhand, but couldn't control the volley. Sure, we'll see some big backhands from Edberg. Technically it's a superb shot. Well, there's one. You must have heard me. That's a beautiful backhand, that one. Let's watch it again. Really hits through the ball very well. It's firm wrist, and he's very confident with that shot. Probably a better shot than his forehand.
Ball.
Love 40.
Well, big opportunity here for Edberg. Lendl, as he has shown in quite a few of his matches, a little irritated and a little edgy in the opening set.
Out.
15-40.
Well, 2 saved now.
Deuce.
So well done from Lendl.
Ball. Out.
Advantage Lendl.
Oh, gee, he's done well to get out of this game, hasn't he?
There's a very big second service there. He took a risk, but it paid off for him. Edberg just stepping away there, just taking his time.
Deuce.
Had a loss there, Lendl, to know what to do, because Edberg could have pushed it down the line or cross court.
Yes, he favours that drop volley and drop shot, but he's just got to be careful that he doesn't overplay it.
Ball.
Advantage Edberg.
Mr. Frank Renouf and the new Mrs. Renouf, formerly Sangster, formerly Peacock.
First serve. Deuce.
Well, he's serving well on these big points, Ivan Lendl. Getting some bounce, some lift. Court still looks to be playing well, though.
Advantage Lendl.
A very vital game, this one, for Ivan Lendl. First set of a semi-final match like this is very vital. He's usually find if the top player wins the first set, then he can exert his influence on the match.
Deuce.
Well, not out of trouble yet.
Advantage Lendl.
Nothing wrong with his net game there.
No. As we watch his net game, nice punch into that volley. And good racket work there from Ivan.
Game Lendl.
Well, he breathed a sigh of relief about that. Ivan Lendl surviving 4 break
3
points.
games all.
Yes, very good effort there from Lendl, and slipped just a little when he made that last shot. He's flexing his leg there, but no damage done. So Edberg's the player that's had the early chances in this first set. Break points now in the 4th and 6th games. And hasn't been able to break through. 3-all.
Love. All.
A perfectly judged half-volley lob there from Lendl. Pretty good volley. Lendl doesn't backpedal though, holds his ground. Look at that for placement.
Out.
30-15.
Excellent serve volley point, and to me it appears there's just a little bit more sting in the volleys from Edberg. A little bit more confident in that department.
Game Edberg. Edberg leads 4 games to 3, first set.
Edberg will now have no qualms about meeting Wilander if it is to be him in the long term.
Gee, that's clever play from Edberg. Little chip off the return, then followed it in. Good touch. Let's watch it again. Here's the chip return. He moves to mid-court. A little delicate half volley. Now closes right in. Puts it away. He's certainly looking more polished at this stage of the first set.
Out.
15 all. Just long.
Lendl indicating
15-30.
some displeasure with his footing at the baseline.
I think it was the
Just outsmarted in the play.
Good wrong footing volley that caused the problem.
All.
Oh.
40-30.
Well, a let off there for Lendl. Second serve. Edberg taking it on the forehand and failing to get it over. It was a big point. 3-4 and 30 all.
Oh, now here comes a big point.
Deuce.
Quick towel down. We might see Lendl serving a few more to the forehand of Edberg. Backhand really looks very smooth and dangerous.
Advantage Lendl.
Well, some more punch in this volley from Ivan Lendl.
Deuce.
A very impressive stroke, though, the backhand of Edberg. Already showing Lendl that he's going to have to be very careful with his serving. He's going to have to mix it up as far as placement and spin and power.
Advantage Edberg.
So for the third successive service game, Ivan Lendl is down a break point. So far he's been able to serve very well on those occasions. Bit hard to keep it up, though.
Deuce.
Lendl had him nailed that time with a forehand off the return of serve. 19 years of age, Stefan Edberg, and what a future.
Advantage Lendl.
Still producing terrific serves on the points that count. Ivan Lendl. Edberg, 19 years of age, has already won, coming into this Australian Open, nearly $600,000 in prize money in his career.
Game Lendl. Four games all.
Well, 3 times now.
Yes, full marks to Lendl. Really could have lost this set. Probably should have with the amount of chances that Edberg's had. But on each of those occasions, Ivan Lendl has been able to come up with the big serve or the good volley. And now 4-all in the first set.
Out.
15 love.
Well, certainly the players are on the groove as far as their first serve is concerned. That's a tremendous percentage.
30 love.
I don't think we could expect them to keep that level up. If they do, then we won't ever have a service break.
Bounce it.
40 love.
Well, it's the work that Edberg's putting on the ball, I think, as much as the court.
Yes, both players are able to get a lot of bounce off their serve, and the court's pretty hard.
Oh, gee, he was there for the low volley, Edberg,
40-15.
practicing the shot again.
Game Edberg. Edberg leads 5 games to 4. New balls. $15 long.
Oh.
30 love. In the courtside boxes, quiet please. Thank you.
That's really bothering Lendl so far. That noise drifting onto the court.
40 love.
But at least he's having a fairly comfortable service game here after the last 3, which he was down break point. So this is what he needed here at this vital stage of the first set.
$40-15. Game Lendl. 5 games all.
Strongest service game for some time from Ivan Lendl. And you're right, with those service percentages, Alan, we mightn't see a service break, although we'd have to see one in the 5th set if it went that far.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everybody will be here the day after tomorrow.
Out.
15 love. $30 love.
Mentioned Edberg's prize money record in a short career thus far. Tony Roach looking on reasonably content with his charge, Ivan Lendl, at the moment.
40 love.
Edberg's prize money total at $567,000 against Lendl's $7,380,000.
$40.15.
That's US dollars. Lendl has won 51 singles titles in his career. Edberg 4 so far.
$40.30.
Well, that's a surprising loose volley there from Edberg. When you go through those stats, Gary, you'd expect Lendl to be a vastly superior player, wouldn't you, on those sort of figures? But of course that isn't the case. Edberg on the way up, and very quickly at that.
Rod Laver, great Grand Slam champion.
Game Edberg. Edberg leads 6-5, first set. $15 love.
Lendl here moving in quickly. See how quickly he closed in once he had the opportunity to put away that ball. Oh, very clean return there from Edberg.
15 all.
What's the timing on this? Just rifled it back.
$30.15.
And Lendl challenging him again with the forehand. That time successfully.
$40.15. Game Lendl. 6 games all. Tie break. Edberg to serve.
And not surprisingly, the way these players have been serving, that this first set needs a tie break to determine the outcome.
Edberg serves the first point, followed by 2 serves each then.
Edberg.
And nicely done here. Just a placement on the first volley, getting it into the corner. And that allows him to put the next shot away as we watch him move in. That's very sound volleying technique.
One all. 2-1, Lendl.
It's quite interesting to compare their records a bit further. Edberg has played 19 tournaments this year. Lendl has played 18. Lendl has played 86 matches up to this point and has won 80 of them. Edberg has played 74 matches and won 57. Phew. That puts Lendl ahead in the tiebreak.
3-1, Lendl.
There's the first opportunity really that either player had, and Lendl was able to take it. And now another second service. Tremendous power there.
4-1, Lendl.
Edberg couldn't control that, and so Ivan Lendl using those good backhand returns off the second service there. And now he's very well placed in this first set.
Well, he did say that that first serve percentage would be difficult to maintain. An unfortunate time for Edberg for him to miss a couple of first serves in the tiebreak. Lendl in control now at 4-1. Mm.
4-2, Lendl. Lendl.
Lendl still with the advantage against Edberg's serve, and very close to taking out the first set.
Oh.
(6-2) Lendl.
4 set points, and Edberg's missed the first serve on the last 3 occasions and lost the point, Alan.
Yes, very strong backhand work from Ivan Lendl, getting over the ball quickly and getting it down low.
And again, missing with the first.
Out.
6-3 Lendl.
Three set points still, and now on Lendl's serve. It's going to be pretty difficult to hold out now.
Oh.
First set to Lendl.
Game in first set Lendl, 7-6. (15-love).
Well, a chip and charge play there, but off the first serve he was too far back really to get into the point. He was just hoping to maybe bluff an error there from Lendl.
down the sideline, that far. Clearly down the sideline. Fault.
Richard Ings is calling the fault.
Ball was long.
Down the line, he's saying.
It was very long.
Certainly was a flurry of chalk there as the ball struck the ground. But the umpire saying it was not the service line that raised it. Yeah. Well, it's pretty tough. I think he's right. I think he's right.
Love.
Just hitting with too much power for Edberg at the moment is Lendl.
Well, that's the trademark of his play, particularly in the ground stroke department. Yeah, that's very accurate backhand there. Not easy to hit an outright winner when both players are at the baseline. Got to take a risk. It's a fine shot from Edberg.
All.
Well, that last backhand, I think, has lifted his spirits. Good angle off that return. We often see a break of serve the very next game after a tiebreak has been completed. Let's see if Lendl can avoid that.
Second serve. .40-30. Game Lendl. Lendl leads 1-0 second set, and by 1 set to love.
Big clouds are starting to roll in slowly but surely, and the organisers have got an anxious weather eye out.
15 love.
Well, very neatly angled away here by Edberg.
All.
A little shake of the head. He's probably just a little down after losing that first set in the tie break. As we mentioned, he had all the opportunities in the set, couldn't break through, and then had the disappointment of losing it in that tie break.
First serve.
He's just got to be pretty careful here, because Lendl, when he gets confident, as he did against John Lloyd after winning an opening set tie break, can really start to rip off some winners. Well, that was a careless shot from Edberg. Just selecting the newer of the balls there.
Out.
30 all. $40-30.
Sue Barker there with British player Stephen Shaw. You'll be hearing Susan, of course, on our next match, the women's doubles final.
Game Edberg. 1 game all.
Well, Lendl annoyed with the bounces there, but as we said, Edberg gets a lot of high bounce, high kick off his serve, and those last couple he hit very close to the line as well. And the ball not coming through to you, if it hits the chalk, it props a little. A 1-all second set.
Love 15.
There's Tony Pickard, former British star, who's now the coach of Stefan Edberg.
$15 all. $30-15. Quiet, please. $40-15.
He does hammer the ball, doesn't he, Lendl?
Game Lendl. Lendl leads by 2-1, second set by 1 set to love.
Out.
15 love.
Still no break of serve in this match. Both players are having difficulty stringing together a couple of points on their returns to force a break.
Out.
15 all.
You can see that first service percentage is still very good, but dropping down a little as we anticipated.
Doesn't bounce once in the set.
30-15.
Lendl getting very irate about the state of the bouncers. Tony Roach watches on.
All.
Well, he picked that return up very smartly. And an opportunity here for him at 30 all.
Wind starting to pick up. You might be able to hear it. In fact, northeast, becoming quite brisk.
Deuce.
Well, the change up here as he throws in a slower, high bouncing serve, but Lendl's ready for it.
Advantage Edberg.
Thunderstorms and hail reported from Geelong, about 85, 90 k's from here, and headed this way.
Deuce.
Expensive miss for Edberg.
He just he's just starting to me to look like he's losing a little confidence. Serving and volleying with great authority in that first set. And you can see Lendl's pretty eager now. I think he can sense that he's got a good chance here to get on top of the match.
Advantage Lendl.
2 in a row missed by Edberg and break point for Lendl. This is the first break point that he has had in the match. Well saved with a serve that took Lendl out wide and left the court open.
Deuce.
Let's just look how quickly Edberg gets in to make this volley. A very good court movement to get in there and avoid having to play a half volley.
Advantage Edberg.
Edberg in the last 2 seasons, without going back any further than that, has played 15 grass court matches and won 11 of them.
Game Edberg. Two games all.
Lendl in the same period has played 17 and won 13. So their winning percentage in grass court matches is identical.
Again, the customary ball toss there to check the position of the sun. Don't think it's going to be with us that much longer.
No.
Love 15.
A good effort in that last game from Edberg to hold serve. He had to fight off his first break point of the match, but as I said, just starting to maybe lose a little confidence. So winning that last game and the opening point here, that will give him a bit of a lift.
Ball.
$15 all.
Had the opening down the line, Edberg.
30-15.
Ivan Lendl bidding for his 9th Grand Slam singles berth. Played in 8 in his career, winning 2, finishing runner-up 6 times.
$40-15.
Those 6 runner-up finishes. We see this in replay. He goes for the shot down the line, but Lendl's got it covered easily. Those 6 Grand Slam runner-up finishes for Lendl, as we see him in close-up, include the finals of the 1983 Australian Open won by Mats Wilander. Because Wilander would again be his opponent if he gets through to the final here. But there's a long way to go in this match yet. Edberg, of course, has never played in a Grand Slam singles final, but did win the Junior Grand Slam in '83.
Game Lendl. Lendl leads 3 games to 2, second set, and by 1 set to love.
Edmondson and Warwick into the men's doubles final against Paul Annacone and Christo van Rensburg. Later this afternoon here on the centre court, time and weather permitting.
Gee, that's well played from Lendl. That was a winner the moment it left his strings, that topspin lob. Fine baseline rally with Edberg, the first to make his way to the net. Perfect topspin lob.
Love 30.
There's Philippe Chatrier, President of the International Tennis Federation. And now big trouble here for Stefan Edberg. Hasn't dropped a serve all match, but he's going to have to do well to get out of this game from love 40. Let's watch this serve not going wide enough.
Well, Lendl saved 4 break points in the first set. Can Edberg save 3 here? There's 1.
15-40.
Going to go wide.
30-40.
So a bit of good fortune there for Edberg.
Yes, you couldn't say he saved that one.
And then a lot of help from the net cord.
Missing with the first serve at vital time. Well,
Deuce.
was it no luck, he said?
Yes, it might have been because his ball caught the tape and stayed back. And on the previous or second break point, Edberg had a lucky net cord going his way. Quite a good second serve, though. It was kicking high and taking Lendl wide.
Edberg lives again. Deuce.
Advantage Edberg.
Can't be good for the racket, is it?
Well, he doesn't bother about getting a racket repaired or restrung. He just gets a new one. And wonderful service there.
Yes, certainly. Well, a miraculous escape by Stefan Edberg in the 6th game of this second set.
I also saw that ball as good.
Because Lendl had a call down that same corner go against him, remember? He cross-examines Richard Ings, umpire, about the call.
Quiet, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Ings very definite, very positive, very much in control.
Well, this set exactly the opposite to the first set, where it was Edberg who had all the break opportunities. Went on and lost it in a tie break. This set, it's Lendl who's got all the break opportunities.
Love.
And we're still yet to see a break of service.
First serve. Second serve. Love.
Oh my goodness, look at that building up. And with no service break in this match so far, the promise is that it's going to go on for a long time.
Second serve.
Well, Edberg has plenty of time for this passing shot. You see the volley wasn't well enough placed. Could have gone either side there.
.40-15. Game Lendl. Lendl leads 4 games to 3, second set, and by 1 set to love, new balls.
Out.
Love 15.
Out.
15 all.
Out.
15-30.
You can see Edberg's just a little bit despondent now. Tide of battle, I think, is turning against him.
I think he's been there quite often to make the volleys, Alan, but the sheer power from Lendl has forced errors from him.
30
And
all.
at the same time, he's not serving at quite the same incredibly high first serve percentage that he had in the initial stages of the match.
Out.
30-40.
Sharp returns from Lendl, forcing Edberg to volley up, and another mistake. And it is exactly the reverse of the first set in terms of who's getting the break opportunities.
Deuce.
Very well placed serve, though. Kicking out high and wide.
Not up. Advantage Edberg.
And Lendl showing his displeasure there.
Oh, Edberg wasn't displeased.
Yeah. I think Lendl was surprised that he would go for such a touch shot there at 3-4 and deuce.
Ball.
Game Edberg.
Well, Edberg survives again in this set.
4 games all.
Maybe he realises he's got to be a little adventuresome now. If he's going to pull this out of the fire, Edberg. Had the
15
opening.
love.
Had the opening too. Rod Laver, dual Grand Slam champion, both as an amateur and as a professional. Guest here at the Australian Open.
$30 love.
Along with Margaret Court, of course, also Grand Slam champion, 3-2, the ace count in favour of Lendl, and the original Grand Slam champion, Don Budge. He's been here through the championships as well.
$30-15.
Well, good forehand there as both players just engaged in a cross-court rally, and Edberg, the player, changing the flight there and going down the line.
Net cord turns it into Edberg's point.
30 all.
4 all, 30 all. Second set, still no break of serve in this match. Lendl taking the first in a tie break by 7 points to 3. Oh.
40-30.
Powerhouse forehand from Lendl.
Yes, that's an outstanding shot there from where Lendl was placed. Watch it, he's behind the baseline up the other end, and to really power a winner like that, it's a tremendous shot. Of course, it's his favourite shot, the forehand. You're going to have supreme confidence in a shot to go for one like that at that critical stage.
Deuce.
But that one didn't require power, it required a lot of touch and control, and Lendl couldn't exercise it there. It's Billy Snedden. Oh!
Advantage Lendl.
Well, an opportunity missed there by Edberg. Well in that point.
It's out of court, back to deuce.
Deuce.
Well, Lendl having to lunge at this volley. It's caught in no man's land there. Makes a lunging attempt, couldn't control it. So for the first time for quite some time, he's struggling on serve.
Oh, gee, tremendous depth on that approach shot from Lendl.
Advantage Lendl.
Yes, you can't beat placement like this from Lendl. Just a few centimetres inside the line.
Game Lendl. Lendl leads 5 games to 4, second set, and by 1 set to love.
Now, Rattle over Shriver winning their semi today against Dury and Hobbs.
Ladies and gentlemen, quiet please.
And Edmondson and Warwick winning theirs over Nystrom and Vedandra.
Well, Lendl conceding there after his attempted lob fell fairly short. You can see this volley caused that right on the baseline there. And Edberg's got a very powerful smash.
First serve. 30 love.
The way things are going, Alan, another tie-break is about an even money bet, isn't it?
Yes, it's looking that way.
Love. Game in there.
That's the easiest service game he's had for a long, long time.
5 games all.
Had break points against him in his last 3 service games. Prior to that,
Ball.
Love 15.
they haven't served too many, but Lendl served 3 to Edberg's 1.
Ball.
Love 30.
Well,
This could be the chance that Edberg has fought so hard to try and get.
First serve. Love 40. Correction, 1530.
The element of surprise there, winning that point for Lendl. I think Edberg would have expected in his wildest dreams that he would play a drop shot, drop volley at love 30 down.
All.
Edberg was a long way back there. He lost his footing on some of the unworn, some of the greener part of the court. But you can see why there's been no break of serve in the match. Still serving both at 70% first serves into play, which is a fantastic percentage.
$40-30. Quiet, please, in the boxes beside the court. Thank you.
Ball.
Deuce.
Well, 2 doubles for the game.
And back under pressure.
Oh, he's still bothered by what? Something in his eye. No, he's no. Yep.
First break point in this set
Advantage Edberg.
for Stefan Edberg. Lendl's had 5 and not been able to get through.
Yes, Lendl overran that volley actually. Picked the right way, but got in too close to the ball.
Deuce.
Well, that's how Lendl was able to save the break points against him in the first set with good first serves.
Advantage Lendl.
And Edberg, I think, just standing a little too far back there on that second service return. Maybe should be moving in a little bit if Lendl does serve a fault.
Deuce.
It's a pretty tense situation here in this second set. First set a tie break to Lendl. Second set 5-all and deuce.
Advantage Edberg.
Well, he was there for that one. He didn't overrun it. He was there for the volley. And has dragged it into the net. And a second opportunity for Stefan Edberg.
Well, they're the sort of errors that a more accomplished net player wouldn't make. And could get him into trouble here.
Deuce.
Well, a courageous backhand there by Ivan Lendl, hitting it down the line. Not the highest percentage shot, of course. The cross court is that, so a courageous shot from Lendl to save the break there.
Advantage Edberg.
Well, 3 double faults for the game now, so Ivan Lendl making it very difficult to hold serve. Edberg just walking around, taking plenty of time there at the baseline. And this is what he's been looking for, a second service on a break point.
Edberg jumps to the front. 4 double faults in that game from Ivan Lendl, and Edberg leads by 6 games to 5 in the second set.
Edberg leads 6 games to 5. Second set. First set, Lendl.
Edberg serves for the second set.
Love 15.
So the first break of serve in the match. Really a great surprise, because Lendl had only served a couple of double faults up until that game, and then to serve 4 in the game. So no doubt his concentration was broken.
$15 all.
This is where, of course, a lot of the Swedish players seem to have an advantage over many others. They seem impervious to any distractions at the courtside. Wonderful return from Lendl. Edberg perhaps is not quite as impassive as the rest of the Swedish players.
Well, Anders Jared can get a bit fired up at times. Oh, great stretch volleying there by Stefan Edberg. Could have lost that point on a couple of occasions. Could have missed that one. And also that one at this vital stage of the match. Those shots certainly a lot harder when you're serving for a set. But he really controlled them well. Set point.
$40-30.
So he's really battled well in this set, Stefan Edberg. It appeared to me that he was starting to get a little despondent about the way the match was progressing, but he's hung in there well and was unexpectedly helped out in that last game. And now he's won the second set.
Second set, Edberg.
Well, the crowd applaud. They've got a real contest on their hands in the semi-final.
7 games to 5. 1 set all.
Just 1 service break in the match.
Tony Rhodes looking a little concerned. Lendl changing rackets. And there's no doubt who the crowd favourite is in this match. It's not Ivan Lendl.
15 seconds.
Well, he's been strung a bit tight himself all week, hasn't he? A whole fortnight.
Third set, Lendl to serve. Quiet, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Love 15.
This is the sort of backhands that Edberg was hitting early in the match.
He's got every reason to be confident again now, hasn't he?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, this time off the forehand.
Lendl's reeling here.
He's really had his racket back nice and early there. Hooked that ball sharply across court.
First serve.
That wind is picking up a little, Gary, isn't
Complete change of wind direction, Alan, in fact, and getting very strong now from the southwest.
$15-30.
So that's where the
That's where the weather's coming from.
yes.
And the first of the big black clouds, in fact, are drawing overhead at Kooyong right at this moment. Break points in the opening game of the third set to Edberg.
15-40.
Well, this is a dream run here for Stefan Edberg.
That would have been a tough volley.
30-40.
Edberg can't believe it. He hit that ball beautifully. Just rocketed into the tape. Lendl was there, but gee, that was going to be a hard volley to control, particularly when you're down break point. Well, Lendl dinking his way out of trouble.
Deuce.
This touch wins the point from Lendl, and back to deuce. This is at the point of the match, I think, where both players would be noticing that skyline and would be thinking to themselves that they must hang on and not play a loose game.
Out.
Advantage Edberg.
And if there is to be an interruption through rain, they wouldn't like to go in down a service break. That's what's staring Lendl right in the face. There's the break.
Game Edberg. Edberg leads 1-0 third set, 1 set all.
First set going to Lendl in a tiebreak.
$15. $15 all. Mm. 30-15.
Twice in the game, really making the chalk fly. No doubt about that one. A difficult task facing Ivan Lendl now. He's got to try and regain his concentration and composure. Really should have taken out that second set when he had all those opportunities to break serve.
Game Edberg.
And now Edberg's confidence back up on the serve. 3 aces that game.
Edberg leads 2-0.
Let's see if the #1 seed can answer the challenge.
Love 15. Ball was long.
It's getting to Lendl.
Love 30.
And you can
Not
see.
the sorry, Al.
No, go ahead.
It's not the umpire's fault that he's missing with his serve and missing a few volleys.
He's becoming a little irritated, isn't he, at the moment?
Looking for somebody to blame.
Well, it might suit Ivan Lendl if it does rain here, and during the interruption he could calm down. The points are just disappearing rather rapidly at the moment against him. And a further 2 break opportunities here for Edberg.
Game Edberg. Edberg leads 3 games to love. 3rd set, 1 set all.
In the 3rd set against Ivan Lendl.
All.
Well, this is the best shot that Lendl's hit for the last few games. His mood at the moment is about in keeping with the skyline.
Black.
And he really needs to try and lift himself here.
30-15.
It's going to take a lot to lift him, though. Alan, 2 breaks down. Gee.
Oh.
All.
Well, this was the sort of returning that won him the tiebreak in the 1st set, and also gave him a lot of opportunities early in the 2nd. But since then, it's been few and far between.
40-30.
Edberg taken wide there, so deliberately volleying short and angled. Beautiful control.
Very dark on the centre court at Kooyong.
Deuce.
This commentary position with 30 feet higher, I swear I could touch those clouds.
Look at that for a second service. Tremendous spin on the ball there, making it curl from outside the line and then in. Just watch this curl in. Fantastic use of spin.
Edberg leads 4 games to love.
Well, a better game there from Ivan Lendl. He came up with some good returns, got to juice, but still couldn't break through. And really in trouble there now, Ivan Lendl.
Fault.
Well, nothing going right at all at this stage of the match.
Love 15.
And rather a casual attempt at the volley there.
All.
That is unbelievable. That is right over. How it's not raining at this moment, I can't understand.
30-15.
Chalk on the baseline. Good point for Lendl.
Cutting it fine, but in.
It's the most incredible blue-black sky overhead.
40-15.
Oh, Lendl's cranked up the serve about 3 notches here.
Game Lendl. Edberg leads 4 games to 1. Third set, 1 set all.
But the match continues. Not one spot of rain has fallen. Not one.
Love.
And right throughout the match, Stefan Edberg remaining calm.
Love.
And keeping up his high level of serve volley tennis.
Out.
40 love.
And what bounce and kick on that serve. From where Lendl had to stretch to return it, absolutely no chance of recovery.
5 games to 1.
So really, I think Ivan Lendl's only chance at this stage is for a downpour, and so that he can get off the court.
Downpour. I tell you, when it starts to rain here, if they were to plug the exits, you could use this for a swimming pool.
But he could maybe get the opportunity to regroup. And they're just playing a back spinner.
Love 15.
But seemingly with a little fight at the moment.
Love 30.
Full marks to Edberg.
3 set points.
Love 40.
Lendl thinking he'd hit a winner, didn't cover. And you could see from that low angle replay, beautiful shot.
15-40. 30-40.
Two set point saved.
Not that one though, and it's 2-1. Stefan Edberg leading Ivan Lendl in the second semi-final at the Ford Australian Open.
Game in third set, Edberg, 6-1. Edberg leads by 2-1.
He's back on court now, and 2-1 for Stefan Edberg. Now Edberg's got to really concentrate hard here and not think that he's got the match sewn up because his opponent is injured.
15 love.
Just checking back, Alan, that incident where he did slip there was only about 3 games ago.
30 love.
Well, that certainly wouldn't account then for his dispirited play earlier in the set.
40 love.
He's in a hurry. Striding across the baseline from one side to the other. Roche doesn't know what to make of it all either, I don't think.
Game Edberg. Edberg leads 1-0 fourth set and by 2-1.
Because of Kuyong. 2-1. Stefan Edberg leading Ivan Lendl, and 1-0 in Edberg's favour in the fourth set.
Love 15.
Well, Edberg's got to continue with his game plan, and while his opponent's out there and playing, he's got to just play it as if there's absolutely nothing wrong with him. Can't afford to ease up. But Lendl moving okay over to that one. Very smooth, fluent backhand work from Edberg. Tony Pickard seemingly unimpressed with it all, but he's seen it before from his star player.
Yes, that rule change regarding injury, you're quite right, Alan. It used to be 3 minutes and then continued treatment on the next 2 changeovers only was permitted, but now on any subsequent changeover with the permission of the Grand Prix supervisor. And a few spots of rain are falling at Kuyong. I can't understand how it hasn't been falling for the last 45 minutes, and the sky to the southwest is very bleak.
Really such a vital stage of the match for Lendl. I mean, it must be apparent to them that it's going to rain any moment, and if he can just hang on here and not be down a service break in this fourth set, well, anything could happen. Off court, get treatment, speak to his coach. Still a chance to stay in the match. There's a good smash.
It's game point for Lendl.
Advantage Lendl.
And we watch Lendl now as he moves forward. Quite a confident looking volley. And pushed off and landed okay with that overhead. Doesn't strike me as if the injury really could be too serious. And lovely touch from Lendl for the game.
One game all.
Well, I think we might get one more game. Before the weather descends on us here.
Love 15.
Temperature here at Kooyong seems to have dropped 7 or 8 degrees in the last half hour. Becoming quite cool, windy, dark.
Love 30.
Well, 2 double faults here. He'd only served 1 up to this point, so 2 in a row.
Love 40.
Well, perhaps a loss of concentration here by Edberg. 2 doubles and a missed volley.
First chance for Lendl since the 8th game of the second set.
And
of course, since the 8th game of the second set, it's been all Edberg.
Well, Lendl hasn't broken Edberg's serve yet right throughout the match. And I must say, though, he scampered pretty quickly across the baseline for that shot.
30-40.
A worried man.
Well, luck with Edberg there. He just pushed at that volley. Trying to be rather careful with it. Let's watch it again here. Be safe with that, and very luckily got the net cord going his way.
Advantage Edberg.
Edberg in control of this point and moves in very quickly there, puts it away without crossing the net with his racket.
Ball was long down the sideline.
Yes, plenty of chalk, but down the line.
Deuce.
Well, 2 good calls there by the service linesman. Both very close, but both just long. Franklin Chaplin, I think it is, on the line there.
That's right.
Advantage Edberg.
He let it go. Edberg had a play on that ball. And let it go.
Deuce.
Yes, he really did well to stretch out. You saw how wide out of court he was taken by that serve. So that was one of Lendl's best returns. And all of a sudden he looks eager again, Lendl.
Just to underline Alan Stone's previous remark.
Advantage Lendl. Cain Lendl.
And Lendl breaks serve for the first time, breaks back into this
Lendl
fourth
leads
set.
by 2-1, fourth set. Edberg leads 2-1.
He seems to be moving pretty freely, so we can only assume that the treatment that he's been receiving at the change of ends has had the desired effect.
Straight through.
Love 15.
A strained gastroc muscle, wherever the devil that is. I guess it's in the knee area somewhere.
Love 30.
Help.
15-30.
Yes.
30 all.
No doubt about that one. Lendl back from love 30 in this game. Well, had no chance there once he elected to play the drop shot and gave it too much air. He was always going to be passed. Break back opportunity for Edberg.
Deuce. Advantage Lendl.
Well, Edberg, the first player to attack, moves in here, and this is a fine backhand from Lendl. And plenty of power in that one as well.
Lendl leads 3-1.
A very strange match we're seeing here in this semi-final.
Love. 30 love.
Out.
40 love.
Now Edberg getting his serve back on the track after those 4 doubles on the previous service game, right out of the blue.
$40-15. Game Edberg. Lendl leads 3 games to 2, 4th set. Edberg leads 2 sets to 1. $15 love.
Oh.
Great shot there, running forehand from Lendl.
30 love.
Lendl running onto this and whips it cross court.
$40 love.
The service action of Ivan Lendl, plenty of power. Nice easy swing.
$40-15.
Well, I don't think that's spill doing any damage. But on a very green part of the court there, up close to the net, where it's not as worn as other parts of the court. Just taking plenty of time to make sure that area near the left knee is okay. Service percentage still quite high from both players. Well, Lendl very close to the net to make that first volley, so it was the perfect time for a lob.
40-30.
Let's watch how close he has to get in here for this volley. And, of course, no chance to pick up the topspin lob. Perfect shot selection there from Stefan Edberg.
Game Lendl. Lendl leads 4 games to 2.
Well, full marks to Ivan Lendl in this 4th set, Gary, because I thought at 2 sets to 1, the way things were shaping up, and obvious ailment there that this match was going to finish in 4 sets. So he's done well to recover and really
Take your seats behind the court, thank you.
fighting it out here in the 4th set.
Oh, whatever magic potion the trainer applied to that muscle strain, it's worked miracles.
Love 15. All.
All our reports indicate it's been raining all round Kooyong, one side and the other, but not here.
Perhaps we're getting a bit of good luck with the weather for a change after the last few days.
Well, Lendl doesn't think he's getting too much good luck.
It's not heavy enough to stop.
Must be a few spots of rain as we speak, actually.
Yeah, yes there are. I can see them now.
Yeah.
Yep,
15
just one or two very light spots.
Now getting a little heavier.
30-15.
Well, the crowd have let their feelings be known pretty well. Just a few light spots, but if it decides to open up, I'm afraid it won't be light for long.
Oh, it's the sort of situation here for the crowd that they really like. It's the classic good guy and the bad guy, isn't it?
Yeah, sure is.
Cain Edberg. Lendl leads 4 games to 3, 4th set. Edberg leads 2 sets to 1.
But the storm apparently circled round Kooyong, but is now blowing back, so we might get a downpour yet. Not at the moment, though.
3-4.
Love 15.
Lendl continuing his exchange with the umpire and referee on the changeover about the weather, but really just a handful of spots of rain falling, very few.
Love 30.
Well, here's the chance for Edberg to break back now into this 4th set.
And so it happens. 3 chances for Edberg to level up at 4-all. And can't get this one low enough. Very straightforward volley there for Lendl. It might only be light, but it's certainly becoming just a little more persistent. It's the break back. Lendl again. Yes, now they're coming off and Lendl applauds. But I think that
due to the weather. Thank you.
The referee couldn't have made any other decision, I don't think, Alan. I mean, it really wasn't raining heavy enough to halt play.
No.
Just a few spots, but he can see the threat of things to come at this stage.
Love.
Well, the court looks very dry. We shouldn't have any problems there. Such a critical stage of the match. Just a slip from a mistake or two from Lendl here, and he'll be out of it.
Well, no mistake there.
Stefan Edberg had the whole court. He didn't really punch that volley as he usually does. Let's watch it here. Thought he'd done enough there.
15 all.
Really paying the penalty there for not pushing that volley firmer. And Lendl's leg is obviously okay, otherwise there's no way he could have made the ground necessary like that.
30-15.
Lendl not moving there, hoping for an attempted wrong footing volley. And here it comes, the wrong footer. He hasn't moved, just stabs it back down the line, on the line. A couple of great shots in this game from Lendl. First the running forehand, then the backhand. Won't get that one. He's pretty cool, young Stefan Edberg.
40-30.
A great game, this one.
Deuce.
Well, both players have come out really firing.
Lendl's hit 3 clean winners. Edberg's done some good volleys.
Advantage Lendl.
Break point here for Lendl.
Oh,
he gets it.
Game Lendl. Lendl leads 5-4, fourth set.
He's come out hitting with a vengeance.
Love.
It was up the break, of course, just before going to before the rain came in, and then on that game, in fact, Edberg got it back to level at 4-all. But now it's Lendl serving for the fourth set.
Well, that last game that he played was easily his best returning game for the match. 3 clean winners, topspin lob, and then a very good return on the game point. So he really put together 5 excellent points. It wasn't a bad game that Edberg played. And a sensational pick up there from Lendl. Very sharp return and picked up low, angled across court. And bright sunshine here at Cain.
30 all.
A sharp return there again from Edberg, so he's hitting the ball well since resuming also.
(40-30).
Set point now for the #1 seed.
Game in fourth set, Lendl. 6 games to 4, new balls. Two sets all.
You couldn't get a much more exciting contest than this to decide a berth in the final of the Ford Australian Open Championship. 2 sets all between the #1 seed and the #1 ranked player
Final
in the
set,
world, Ivan Lendl,
Edberg to serve.
versus Stefan Edberg.
Edberg serving with new balls for this 5th set.
(15 love).
But it's all concentration now from Lendl. No worries about any noise at this stage from the courtside box. The bouncers, anything else, he's right on the ball.
(15 all).
And not deep enough that first volley. Lendl plenty of time there to really power that backhand. He won the last 2 games to take out that 4th set. He'd love to break here, keeping the momentum going for him.
Oh, goodness me. Poor judgment from Edberg.
15-30.
So this ball was never going to miss. It dropped well in, so a few signs of nerves, I think, from young Stefan Edberg at this stage.
And that's in as well.
15-40.
He just ducks here in self-defence.
Quiet, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Landing right on the chalk as we watch Lendl really get down and hit through that shot. He liked it.
Game Lendl.
Service break in the opening game. Lendl leads 1 game to love in the 5th set.
Lendl leads 1 game to love, final set.
He has the service break and leads by 1 game to love in the deciding 5th set.
Love 15.
Well, just a little bit too eager there to put that one away, but he's reeled off the last 3 games. I'm sure during that rain break that his coach Tony Roach would have got to him and told him to calm down and relax, and that he was still a good enough player to win the match if he just went out and concentrated and played his tennis, played his normal game.
15 all.
Out.
15-30.
It's Edberg's point after all that. Listen to the crowd.
Well, he made some sensational recovery shots there in that rally. Lendl appeared to be steamrolling, and then watch this one across court. Well, he picked that up and kept it in. And then calmly sits up the point here, and no trouble to end up putting the smash away. Great effort there, and he's got 2 breakback points.
Game Edberg.
Double fault puts it all square.
1 game
again.
all.
1 game all.
Well, it's really been a topsy-turvy match. I mean, think the way Lendl powered through the end of that 4th set, broke first game of the 5th, but he was well on the way to victory. And then a surprising turnaround as he dropped serve there. 1 all, 5th set.
15 love.
We've really seen some dramatic 5-set matches here in this men's section of the Ford Australian Open. Here's another.
$30 love.
Net all.
30-15.
A lot of tension out there at the centre court at the moment. 1 set now just to determine who's going to go into the final of this Grand Slam event. Well, nice work at the net there by Edberg. Very good first volley there where he well-controlled shot. Just watch it here. He really gets down and places that beautifully into the corner. From there, he's got control of the point.
Game Edberg. Edberg leads 2 games to 1, final set.
2-1 Edberg leading. 5th set. Lendl serving.
$15 love.
Power play from Lendl on this point.
30 love.
We've seen some huge explosions of chalk here. The players hitting with such power. When they hit the line, we're seeing the large clouds of chalk fly.
Out.
30-15.
Pretty close in that department. Pretty close in the match.
And a good high bouncing serve out to the backhand. Both players have used that serve very effectively.
Ball.
Cain Lendl. Two games all.
A solid service game there from Lendl. Good serving and some sound net play. So we're all tied up here, 2-all, fifth set.
Love 15.
Oh.
$15 all. $30-15.
Balance, but G still controlled the racket head so well there. Let's watch it again as he almost stumbles
40-15.
after playing the first volley. Never took his eye off the ball though. You can see he was off balance there, but never on stage took his eye off the ball. Great racket head control.
$40-30.
Picked the right way, Edberg, but again, just sheer power hitting of Ivan Lendl, making it impossible for him to control the volley.
Deuce.
And the big forehand there of Ivan Lendl doing the damage again. 2-all. Deuce. Very big point coming up here. And now a little trouble for Edberg. He's only got the second service left.
But what a good second serve.
Advantage Edberg.
Boy, it sure was.
A man from Västervik in Sweden at the age of 19, a real rising star.
Oh!
A lot of poise, hasn't he, for a 19-year-old?
Certainly has.
Deuce.
Pressure's on. Game point lost by Edberg. Slaps himself down the thigh. Just mentally trying to gee himself up for what is obviously going to be one of the biggest points of the match right here. 2-all, deuce, 5th set. It's out.
Advantage Edberg.
Well, the look of disappointment there from Lendl. He had the winner. Edberg had absolutely no play on the ball. He, like Lendl, just had to turn and watch and wait for the result.
Game Edberg. Edberg leads 3-2, final set.
Second backhand had Lendl stretching. Could only just get the volley
15.
back into play here. Knows he's in trouble. No way could he get back for that shot, particularly as it's the favourite one of Edberg.
Still very close on the first serve percentages. Figures a little more realistic now than they were early in the match.
Yes, you couldn't keep serving that level of first serves in around 80% over 5 sets.
15-all.
Whoever wins this, it's not going to be an easy match for Lander in the final. He knows Lendl from old, of course, and Lander is the Swedish #1. I wouldn't relish having to protect his reputation from his rising compatriot, would he, Alan?
No.
$30-15. $30-all.
Well, Lendl staying back, and that ball did seem to shoot and keep a bit low. He had to really jag down on it and then couldn't control the shot. So now he's got a little work to do to hold service.
40-30.
That ball catching the tape, but again played from a long way behind the baseline. Just like to see Edberg maybe move in a step or two when he's returning the second serve. You can see where he's standing for the first serve. That'd be about right. It doesn't really move in much for the second serve, so his position's pretty much the same there.
Oh, yes, judged exactly right by Lendl on that occasion.
Game Lendl.
Yes.
3 games all.
You would think Lendl in trouble here. Just couldn't get enough weight on that ball. Got in a little close to it. And had to rely on disguise rather than power there, but he couldn't do that.
Take your seat
either.
beside the court, please.
3-all, fifth set.
$15 love. $30 love.
Excellent serving and volleying from Stefan Edberg, as it has been from the outset.
$30-15.
Only in that first set tiebreak, I think, Alan. We see this winner, though, from just clipping the tape from Lendl. Only in the first set tiebreak did he falter just a little on both the serve and missed a couple of critical volleys, Edberg.
$40-15.
Again, Lendl worrying about the bounce, but that again was to do with the type of service that Edberg hit. High kicking serve. It's going to bounce high and wide, that one.
Game Edberg.
Four games to 3.
Edberg leads 4-3, final set.
The advantage slightly with Edberg in that he's always the game ahead by virtue of serving first in this set.
$15 love.
Earl.
15 all.
Edberg getting the benefit there by getting his return of serve low.
$30-15.
And the first 2 points to that deuce court. Ivan Lendl swinging the serve wide to the forehand. A little bit concerned about the Edberg backhand.
Well, he picked the right shot again, Lendl, but just couldn't make it.
30 all.
Caught the top of the net. Danger time for Lendl at 30 all. 3-4. Oh dear me, double
30-40.
fault brings up break point for Stefan Edberg. And of course, if he was to break through here at 5-3, he'd be then serving for the match. Hush of expectancy around the centre court now.
Fault.
Lendl looking back, but clearly wide. And here's now the big chance for Edberg. Oh, so
gosh, he went
close.
for it.
You can't believe it.
Deuce.
He went for everything on that shot. Have a look at it again. About 1.5 centimetres. That was all. Another one just misses.
Advantage Lendl.
Well, Lendl standing firm here under this barrage of backhands.
Game Lendl.
And well done, Ivan Lendl.
Four games all.
After having served that double fault there to be down break point, that would have had to have shaken him up a little. He could have easily committed a volleying error or made a mistake on the next couple of points. And he really stood firm.
Quiet, please. Thank you. Love 15.
Well, rather a hesitant volley there. He didn't get the ball out in front of him. Lovely angle there from Lendl.
Well, Edberg had the chance in the
Love
previous
30.
game, and now it's opening up here for Lendl at love 30. A break here, of course, would put him up 5-4 and serving for the match.
Oh, courageous second serve there, going to Lendl's forehand at love 30.
15-30.
It caught Lendl by surprise a little. He was able to return the ball, but not effectively.
No! 30 all.
He shows really great maturity, Stefan Edberg, under tremendous pressure here from the world's #1 player. Down love 30 and 30 all points. Hasn't showed any signs of wilting.
40-30.
Both of them have had opportunities now, but each time one seems to get the upper hand, the other manages to come up with the tough serves, the good volleys to get square again.
Game Edberg.
5 games to 4. Stefan Edberg in the 5th set.
Edberg leads 5 games to 4, final set.
Four, 5. I don't think any of the crowd left, Gary, during the rain delay. They were really into this match. I'm sure they're all pleased that they didn't.
Love 15.
Well, that vital opening point in this game going with Stefan Edberg. He can now afford to be more adventuresome with the second point. And Lendl, on the other hand, will have to be just a little bit more conservative.
$15-all.
Just didn't get onto it, went for the big top spin lob.
Well, a solid serve volley point it was from Lendl. Lendl slipping well after the ball had gone past him. Had no effect in the result of the shot. Wonderful off backhand here from Edberg. You can see it's clearly gone past Lendl, and then he just slipped as he turned to go back to the baseline.
Potentially,
ladies and gentlemen,
2 points
quiet,
from the
please.
match here, Stefan Edberg.
Quiet, please.
At 15:30 on Ivan Lendl's serve. Lendl taking plenty of time just to regain his composure after that fall. Edberg eager. Match point for Stefan Edberg.
Two of them, in fact, as he got a good low return there.
15-40.
So he's come up with 3
Quiet,
good backhand
please.
returns in this game. Well, we see Lendl go to the forehand now on this match point. Saves one.
30-40.
And kept his attack to the backhand.
You can hear the murmur through the crowd here to capacity crowd centre court.
Quiet, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Umpire calls for quiet. Second serve from Lendl. Match point still for Stefan Edberg.
Well, just too far behind the baseline there to return that ball.
Deuce.
Second service on match point, and he was nearly 2 meters behind the baseline.
Ladies and gentlemen, quiet, please. Thank you.
You can see where he's standing. That's okay for the first serve, but I really feel he must get in a little closer to return the second serve. Opportunity missed for him there.
He's hit some great backhands, but that was probably as good a forehand as he's hit in the match, Stefan Edberg.
Advantage Edberg.
Very quick to move around there and take that on the forehand.
Quiet,
Third match
please.
point. Stefan Edberg at the age of 19, so close to a place in the final of the Australian Open. The final, his first ever Grand Slam final it would be. And again, he's got the second serve from Lendl. Return and really still had the opportunity there to put the ball away. He had an opening, there's no doubt about that, and he's pushed the ball wide.
Well, he was forced into going for a shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, quiet please.
He would have liked
Thank
to
you.
go cross court there with his backhand, which is where he's hit a lot of fine winners. Lendl was heading that way, so he changed his mind and then didn't really hit through the ball on the down the line shot. I think he should have gone with his first thought.
Advantage Lendl.
Eight service aces apiece in this match. Lendl, game point now to level at 5-all, surviving 3 match points.
Game Lendl.
Well, he holds out Lendl. I don't know whether he can believe his luck.
5 games all.
Yes, great effort there from Lendl, but certainly Edberg had his chances. And now the thing for Edberg that he must do is try to put that out of his mind that he's had 3 match points.
Ladies and gentlemen, quiet please. Thank you.
And just get on with the job of holding service here. The temptation, of course, would be for him to still be thinking about that and then play a couple of loose shots here, lose his serve and then lose the match.
Lendl's down again.
15 love.
Streaks of chalk.
Well, he made a valiant effort there to get that shot. I think the crowd feel that he's overdoing it a little with his slipping and sliding around, particularly after he's played the shot.
Seemed to catch his toe there.
Ladies and gentlemen, quiet
His
please.
toe in.
Yes.
And
Although he
Quiet
kept his
please.
balance
Thank
there.
you.
He seemed to take a bit of a tumble a bit later on. But you can see the crowd, they don't think that they think he's overdoing the slipping and sliding.
good second
30
serve.
love.
And again, just underlines the mental toughness of Edberg, just 19 years of age, when having had 3 match points and not been able to take it out, he can still concentrate well here as he's doing.
(30-15).
Nice sharp return from Lendl, forcing Edberg to volley up and out.
(40-15). Game
Strong
Edberg.
service game from Edberg. Good concentration. 6-5, fifth set.
Edberg leads 6 games to 5. Final set, new balls.
5-6 is the score from Lendl's standpoint.
And of course, no tie break in the fifth set, should he win this game.
Love 15.
And a good move forward there by Edberg after he made the good return and could see that it had Lendl on full stretch. And once again winning that vital opening point.
$15 all.
Standing there for a while, Raji.
Service action of Ivan Lendl getting a lot of bounce. As we said, he has that very high toss, lets the ball drop a little and then goes up and over it, and that's one of the reasons that he does get a lot of bounce.
$30-15.
There's Tony Pickard, Edberg's coach.
He looks pretty composed too.
$30 all.
And it tightens up again. Lendl serving to stay in the match. 5-6, 30 all.
Again, this is where it's nice to be the player serving first. That game up.
Fault. The ball was down the line, very long.
Well, called
Fault.
also by the service linesman initially and agreed by.
No, it was well down. It was well down the sideline. It really was.
Well, plenty of chalk, but both service linesman and central umpire agreeing that it was
Yes, I think
too long.
you're quite right.
Well, a good
40-30.
volley under pressure, both of these by Lendl. Firstly, the low one. And certainly no time for an error there, and he controlled it well.
Game Lendl.
Not good enough. The topspin lob from Edberg.
Six games all.
Well, Lendl doing very well those last 2 points at 30
Ladies
all.
and gentlemen, quiet please. Thank you.
This is the tightest match of the championships to date, without any doubt. 6 all in the fifth set. Edberg serves.
15 love. 30 love.
Nerveless tennis from Stefan Edberg. Lendl has shouted and cursed and screamed and remonstrated at times.
40 love.
But we've seen none of it from Edberg.
Net.
8.
7 games to 6 in the 5th set. Edberg in front still.
Edberg leads 7 games to 6, final set.
7-6 Edberg leads. Advantage 3rd set, of course, no tie break. Lendl serving in a bid to level now at 7-all.
$15 love.
Oh, some power hitting there from Lendl. Really controlled that rally.
30 love.
Edberg was always on the defensive, trying to keep the ball in play. Finally couldn't. A magnificent smash from Lendl.
40 love.
And let's watch Ivan Lendl's net play here. Good volley. And look at this jump there. So that leg injury that he suffered in the 3rd set certainly not having any effect at this stage of the match. Really moving well.
And Edberg gives Lendl a stare.
40-15.
And the worry for him here is not the difficulty of the shot, is that he may hit the net. Just pulled up in time.
Sensational winner from 2 metres behind the baseline by Stefan Edberg, whose backhands have been exemplary right through this match.
40-30.
Well, a mishit return. Lendl powering it down the line. Edberg anticipating and just rolling it back to the open backhand court.
Game Lendl.
The slugging match continues here at 7 games all. In the 5th set.
7 games all.
Oh, what a great match for the crowd. They've been very patient this year at the Australian Open with the weather and a lot of delays and washouts. They've been waiting for some matches like this, and this is certainly one of the most dramatic that we've had.
Quiet, please.
Right
Thank
throughout
you.
the 2 weeks of the tournament. Seven all, 5th set. And fitness shouldn't be a problem to either player because, of course, they had that hour and a half or so break with the rain.
Love 15.
And this time it's Lendl's turn to win the opening point. And I think we'll see him really go for a return here.
Oh. 15 all.
Well, the serve was too good for him.
Well,
I think he'd be disappointed with that when he gets around and gets an opportunity like that on his forehand. I think he pretty much expects that he should make the shot. It's such a good forehand. So perhaps an opportunity missed. Again, we see Stefan Edberg collecting 3 balls and picking the 2 newest. Getting a little bit more assistance off the court with the better balls.
Fault.
Gee, 2 for the game.
Long. 30 all.
Both pretty much the same, just carrying over the service line.
This is the best opportunity for Lendl. 7 all, 30 all.
Oh, gee, he had it. He had it all the way.
Oh, that was the one that he needed.
Yes, he had Edberg looking for a cross-court shot.
Easily passed him down the line, but just over hit the wall. Oh, he's missed that
Game Edberg. Edberg leads 8 games to 7, final set. $15 love.
Well, this match has taken 3 days really to complete, but when they really got going with it today, it's taken all day as well.
$30 love.
Yes, originally scheduled day before yesterday. Finally got on yesterday. 3 games only played yesterday. Got started again today. Held up for an hour and a half because of rain.
30-15.
Total mishit there by Ivan Lendl. That can happen sometimes when you're attempting to put a lot of spin on the ball. Really got to use a lot of wrist, and sometimes you just get the racket and the ball lined up correctly. Comes off the frame. Well, that went under the net, I think, didn't it?
I think it did, but Edberg's got the winner anyway.
I'm sure Lendl's smash went under the net. He hit it on the top of the racket.
Edberg knows it did too.
Let's have a look at
30
this.
all.
Edberg shaking his head. I think you're right, Alan.
Here
He
comes
knows
the
it went
lob.
under the net. Yes, I think you're certain. I'm certain you're right.
Wisely, Edberg hitting it back anyway. He's got the point.
Now it's tied again. 30 all on Lendl's serve, trailing 7-8, fifth set.
$40-30.
Breathes a little easier now. Boy, this is one tough match. Lendl picked it right, but the third time the court was open for Stefan Edberg to hit the winner.
Yes, he really did well to remain in this point as long as he did.
Deuce.
There and there, but not there.
Really bending his
Quiet,
knees
please.
beautifully
Thank
to that
you.
low backhand volley there, Edberg. He's 2 points from the match. Remember, he's already had 3 match points. The 10th game.
Stefan Edberg.
Oh, he did so well to return the ball. Great lunge volley from Lendl, and he couldn't come up with another.
Advantage Edberg. Ladies and gentlemen, quiet please. Thank you. Quiet please.
This is match point number 4 for Edberg. Lendl taking plenty of time. Stefan Edberg towards number 1, Ivan Lendl, and moves through to the final of the Australian Open Championship, in which he'll meet his compatriot Max Verlander